Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about midpoints, so similar to the problems you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder, this is the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly. If you want the normal version, I'll link that in the description below. For your Ricasso Recap, you should already know how to add and subtract positive and negative numbers, and you should know how to solve equations. If you'd like refreshers on either of these two topics, there'll be videos in the description below. Please go watch those before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So this says, what is the coordinate of the midpoint? So if I was asking you for the midpoint of these two purple dots, there are a couple ways you could go about it. Maybe you would say, okay, from here to here is 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and then halfway between, this is negative 1.5, which is the correct answer. And that is one way to do it. But I would like for us to think of another way to come about this answer. And the reason that's going to be important is what happens when these are big numbers. Okay, or weird numbers. So here's another way to do it. The midpoint is just another way of saying cut it in half, right? We're cutting this thing in half. And so we need to know how long is it from V to W. Well, to find that, we just do, V plus W. So that's -4 plus 1, which is -3. And then we said, okay, we want half of that. So you divide it by 2, which is -1.5. All right, so you can just add your numbers together, divide by 2, and that gives you the midpoint. Now for this one, they want us to find CD. CD is this segment, and I know CD is 10x, so I need to know what x is. So to find what x is, we know that if this is CD, which is 10x, then DE must also be 10x because they are exactly the same. And now something to think about. CD plus DE equals CE. Let me explain that a little bit. So this says CD, which is this part, plus DE, which is this part, equals the whole segment, which should make sense, right? This part plus this part is the whole thing. So now we can plug things in. CD is 10x, DE is 10x, and CE is 19x plus 8. And now we have an equation. We should know how to solve the equation, so I'm going to skip the work. So after solving the equation, you get 1x equals 8 or x equals 8. And it told you to find CD. Well, CD is 10x, replace the x with the 8 that we just found, and it turns out that CD is 80. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own, and when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now they've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. Final answer should have been 312.5. And for the second problem here is the work. Should have said that BC is equal to CD. Solve for x, you get 9. Plug in 9, you get 40. All right, that's it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.